Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Thursday, April 28th, 2016, around 7:24 in the evening in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's a sunny day. It's going down right now, and tonight's going to be a little frosty again. Tomorrow, mixing some of clouds, won't be as warm, be 54 degrees. Some news to report. The new arena for the Detroit Red Wings will be named the Little Caesars Arena because they're owned by Mike Ilitch, and he owns Little Caesars. So it's a 20-year lease agreement. And also the classic TV game show, Match Game, will be revived this summer, and it's getting a prime time spot, hosted by Alec Baldwin, and it's going to be in New York City, taped in New York City. It's going to be an hour long. Most likely, most of the celebrities will be ABC personalities on TV series. And Lisa Bell, who's on News 6, has announced she's pregnant with her second child, and her son Henry's being promoted to Big Brother. So congratulations to Lisa Bell, Henry, and her husband. One of Lisa Bell's best friends is Julie Broughton, and it's Happy National Blueberry Pie Day. And that's about it on news. My third and final video blog subject of the night is about the WWE Attitude Era. The WWE Attitude Era lasted from March of 1997 through WrestleMania 2001. That's when the Attitude Era was. And the Attitude Era was the second most successful era in WWE history. It was an era where, the bad guys were being cheered by the fans, and the good guys were being booed by the fans, and it was awesome. They used a lot of foul language and so much crazy stuff. It was risque for the WWE, but a great time. Background on how the Attitude Era started. The WWE, during the last half of the New Generation Era, stunk it. It was a stale project. The ratings for WWE were tanking big time, and people were getting bored watching WWE. Many of its stars were going to WCW. And Vince McMahon had a product that needed to be refreshed. And the mastermind of the Attitude Era was a writer for the WWE. He wrote for the WWE magazine by the name of Vince Russo, who used the name Vic Venom in his columns. And he just decided that WWE should have more risque stuff and extreme stuff. And he started the WWE Attitude Era in March of 1997, when Stone Cold Steve Austin was getting so much cheers when he was a heel. And WrestleMania 13, they did the double switch in the submission match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bret the Hitman Hart had Stone Cold in his sharpshooter. Special guest referee Ken Shamrock ended the match because Stone Cold was bleeding profusely, and Bret the Hitman Hart just became a heel. And the next night on Raw, Bret the Hitman Hart denounced America. That's how it got started, and he just got rough. Next thing you know, he recruits Owen Hart and the British Bulldog and the Loose Cannon Brian Pillman and Jim the Anvil Knight to form the New Heart Foundation. And also the Attitude Era had The Undertaker feuding with Mankind and Vader, and then his former manager Paul Bearer said there was a secret, and the secret was that his brother Kane, supposedly he was set on, died in a fire which caught the parents, was alive. Eventually Kane came out at Bad Blood 1997, and Vince McMahon says that's gotta be Kane. And also that the Undertaker versus Kane feud was one of the best in the WWE of all time. Also, another star of the Attitude Era was Cactus Jack / Mick Foley / Mankind / Dude Love. He showed many personalities which were pretty funny, and a lot of more foul language and stuff. Also, DX was formed during the Attitude Era, like Suck It, with HBK and China and Triple H as the founding members. Eventually they had Rick Rude, X-Pac, and the New Age Outlaws, among others. Also, a lot of divas were in the WWE Attitude Era, including Sable and Miss Jackie and Sunny and Tori and Ivory and Deborah with Jeff Jarrett Puppies and Terry Runnels and so many others. The Attitude Era also had Vince McMahon, who was the announcer for many years, but when he screwed Bret the Hitman Hart out of the WWE title at Survivor Series 1997, he could no longer be an announcer, so he turned heel, and the evil Mr. McMahon character. And the Mr. McMahon character feuded with Stone Cold Steve Austin for over 2 years, and every Monday night, it was so fever pitch with Stone Cold Steve Austin drinking beers, raising hell, and Vince McMahon mocking Stone Cold, saying shut up, and the fans saying asshole, 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 asshole. And Stone Cold Steve Austin would say, you got 10,000 people calling you an asshole, and Stone Cold Steve Austin would always do the middle fingers, and also would always give stunner after stunner to McMahon and his cronies. Then Mr. McMahon had stooges like Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter. Eventually his son Shane joined Vince McMahon, and they had a corporation that included Test and the Big Boss Man and Ken Shamrock and The Rock, among others. And the feud of Stone Cold Steve Austin lasted many years. Also, during the Attitude Era, they had a character called Val Venus, who was a porn star, but he wasn't. He was his real name Sean Marley, and his famous quote was, "Hello, ladies." He was a mid-card act on the Attitude Era, was pretty decent. And another risque character in the Attitude Era was the Godfather, who was previously gimmicks Papa Shango, Kama, and Kama Mustafa. All three of them were not that great, but the Godfather's character was probably the best. He would come down to the ring with so many hoes, but they were not really working for the WWE. They were local models or local exotic dancers or local hooter girls. And he just says, come get on the whole train. If you don't like, he would say always, pimping ain't easy. Also at the Attitude Era, the DX would say suck it, and the crushed chops, and also they would go into try to invade WCW and stuff. And the Attitude Era a lot of merchandise was being sold by WWE, and the Attitude Era also was like getting WWE mainstream publicity. Their pay-per-view buys were rocketing stuff. They developed their own home video stuff for years leasing it to Coliseum Video. And in 1999, in September, they got a primetime series called SmackDown on the old UPN network. So with two primetime shows, Monday Night Raw on the USA Network, and SmackDown, which was very hot in the ratings. And Stone Cold and Vince McMahon temporarily ended their feud in July of 1999 because Stone Cold was going through some problems with his neck. Eventually, Stone Cold had to take some time off, a year off, to get neck surgery. And it was The Rock and Triple H who carried the WWE for a whole year, and there was a new character introduced in August of 1999. They had a countdown coming down. It was Chris Jericho from WCW. He says, "Welcome to Raw is Chris Jericho." He says, "Isla Tour of Rock and Rolla." And The Rock would say, "It doesn't matter what your name is." Pretty funny stuff. And in November of 1999, he had another new character, Kurt Angle, Olympic hero. He was immediately booed and turned heel. And also they had the Dudley Boys make their debut in WWE in 1999 and 2000. They had new tag teams, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys come of age. They had feuds with the Dudley Boys and TLC matches at SummerSlam and WrestleMania 16 and 17. And more divas were popping up, including Trish Stratus and Lita, two of the most successful divas in WWE history. They were awesome, Lita and Trish Stratus, and two stunning ladies. Of course, they had nice legs. I bet they were insured by the WWE, and both Lita and Trish Stratus have breast enhancements like all the WWE divas have had. But anyway, like the WWE was looking awesome in 2000 with The Rock and Triple H swapping off the title back and forth. They had the Radicals come in, which was Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero. They came into the mix, and the announcing with Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole was pretty good. Ross and Lawler were like the version of like the 2000s version of Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. They were pretty funny, but not as funny as Monsoon and Heenan. Like JR always rooted for the baby faces, and Jerry the King Lawler always rooted for the heels, and it was a sudden surprise after years of like Jerry the King Lawler mocking Vince McMahon. He kind of loved the Mr. McMahon character and stuff. He should have been a stooge to Mr. McMahon, but he would have done something wacky, and like Vince and like Patterson and Briscoe would have kind of mad at him, and that would have turned Vince and Briscoe and Patterson face, and probably Lawler would have had to get too cool, which would have been a great attack. Anyway, Stone Cold came back in 2000, and in the fall of 2000, they wanted to know who knocked him out with the car at Survivor Series 1999. Eventually it was Rikishi, who was a pretty popular face. He was a dancing sumo wrestler Rikishi, but fans didn't buy that, and eventually it was Triple H who masterminded it all, and that was a awful feud. Kurt Angle won the WWE title in October of 2000, had a 4-month title reign, and the WWE Attitude Era was continued to go strong until March of 2001 when they bought WCW, their competition. WrestleMania 17 was probably the signal of the end of the Attitude Era, in my humble opinion, because they had so many great matches, and the main event they had was Stone Cold Steve Austin facing off against The Rock for the WWE title, and Stone Cold beat The Rock with help from Mr. McMahon to win the title, and the fans didn't buy Stone Cold as a heel. WrestleMania 17 happened on April Fool's Day, 2001, and I thought that was an April Fool's Day joke, and I was hoping the next night on Raw, Stone Cold would give McMahon a stunner and say an April Fool's, but that was not meant to be. Nobody bought Stone Cold as a heel, and that signaled the end of the Attitude Era, in my humble opinion. Attitude Era of WWE was the best, in my opinion, next to the Federation years, but the Attitude Era was probably the most making of the WWE. It saved the WWE from being obliterated during the New Generation Era, and the Attitude Era made Vince McMahon a billionaire. And so many great stuff on the Attitude Era. This is when wrestling was at its best, the competition, but there's no more competition, WWE. And the fourth and final series of the WWE series will be the Ruthless Aggression Era, which started during 2001 and lasted through about 2005. And that's about it on this video blog. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming your way. First video blog will be about the top 10 NHL coaches that could be Hall of Fame bound. Second video blog will be about NBA TA bus route 435 that goes from Lynn Central Square to the Liberty Tree Mall in Danvers, via Peabody and the North Shore Mall. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the Ruthless Aggression Era of the WWE. And coming Monday is the top 100 greatest professional wrestlers video blog of all time. The top 100 professional wrestlers, 10 each day. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Budding guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO has nice legs. Elizabeth Hathis, so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swansea, so awesome. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York is the best. And Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has that sweet southern accent. And in the words of Bob Redding, former executive director of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Billerica, go find something to do. And in the words of Bruce Cronin, want to put a wager on that, Richie? And I know. Bye now.